Hey, Gabox here. So, EA came out with the ratings of rookie quarterbacks and did a little, reaction video as Steve Young talked to them about, what they had in various things. So these are always fun. I want to break down the ratings a little bit afterwards. They released a nice little spreadsheet or a table of them, and some other things later in the video we'll get to about the ratings and some EA stuff. So, let's just go through and listen to the reactions of the players to their ratings.
Steve Young here, buddy. How are you?
Dang, what's up?
You can see my jacket here. Madden ratings performance adjuster.
Dang, this is the guy you got.
I should get something written on mine.
So deep throwing,
Madden shit poster.
Throwing accuracy. Right. What do you think? What do you got?
Yeah, I'd say for a rookie, I'd say 78.
Yeah, 81.
81. Okay, I'm happy with that.
Speed.
70 something.
They give you 86.
Oh,
Juke.
That's not bad.
Juke, the ability to look at the face.
Oh, that's an easy one. That's gonna be about 42.
They gave you 72, which I'm telling you, there's some Justin
Humble
Herbert fans at Madden. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Big
Well,
time.
they've been buying their games every year for the past 20 years.
What do you think your play action rating is?
Probably 75.
You're gonna be happy here, bro. You're gonna be very happy. 84.
Okay.
Right? Strength.
I like that.
80 something. 80 something.
You're gonna get mad at this one. They gave you 72.
Oh,
It's one of those ones right there. I know, Jalen, you're gonna say, you know what? I can bench press that 72 right out of the building.
I mean, all the powerlifting I did, all the,
How about throw on the run?
Throw on the run, I'd have to say maybe 82.
Yeah, I would too. 81. I would have given you 85. I argued for 85, but
I mean, it's tough for rookies.
Break a sack.
50.
You're the best. You're the best. It's 80.
Oh, it's 80. Oh, okay.
Sure. Not that bad. I'm not that
No, no,
bad. Right now, how many tackles have you made in your college career? Do you know?
I don't think I've ever missed a tackle.
They gave you a 37.
Ooh. Hopefully I don't got to tackle that many times.
Yeah, right? All right, what do you think overall?
I'm gonna go with 81.
71.
Dang.
Like, I think you would say, you know what? Screw that. I'm better than everybody.
It's an ego blow. Alright, so pretty fun overall. And I do, I really like their appreciation. You guys ever watch the movie Moneyball? When he was, 42 juke? You gotta take a look at their confidence, right? You want somebody super confident, right? They gotta, how pretty is the girlfriend? So, it's just interesting to me, the different ratings and stuff and how they react to it. Their I don't know, personalities. Maybe they don't want to show that they're too cocky or anything on camera, but here they are. All right, here are the ratings. I'll link this in the description. Of course, ESPN is going to do further ratings. I don't know how much of this I'll cover, but they have a ratings reveal week next week, July 13th through 17th. But back to the overall ratings. What does this say about Madden and kind of these cards, players overall? Muck cards obviously haven't got their released yet. So, speed. Interesting. So I went and looked at Jake Fromm's speed and his 40-yard dash time. So 73 speed equals 5.01 seconds. So a 5 flat 40 is 73 speed. I also Googled, sorry, let me scroll this down. Jalen Hurts' 40-yard dash time, and it was a 4.5. And Jalen Hurts ended up with a 86. So 73 to 86 is half a second of 40-yard dash time between their speeds. So 13 speed is 0.5. So if you take that forward, if somebody runs a 4.2, which is only 0.3 of a second, they would be a 99 speed. I don't know, it doesn't seem consistent, right? Because, you'd think every 10th of a second would add another rating spot onto it, the ratings would be consistent. So, if a 10th of the second, so it's 13, sorry, I gotta do math live. 5 out of 13, but I don't want to do it. No, I want to go home. But it doesn't make sense, right? Because go from 4.5 to 4.2, you go from 86 to 99, which is 13. And to go from 4.5 to 5.0, it's also the same 13. So slower players, that's probably one of the reasons why slower players seems like they're matching up with faster players, because they just don't rate them low enough in the speed category based off their 40. So they have kind of juiced the speed stat, it looks like, a little bit, squashed a little bit of it. 86 speed I think is fine for 4.5. But like a 5 flat speed should be like 60. Like that shouldn't be 73. But anyways, let's go on to the rest of the ratings. Throw power. This is kind of, oh, I gotta get out of the way of that. Throw power is kind of consistently based off like the velocity tests from the combine or what they show on film. So this is like, doesn't matter their overall. Like you'll see like a, what was he, 59 or 60 overall has a 90 throw power. Whereas somebody like the 71 overall is 90, Jordan Love. So it's just basically how well they do it, right? Because here's the thing. Also, you got to remember with these players, if you look at the accuracy stats, if you're not over 80, you're going to miss a lot of passes just based on the way the thresholds work of throw accuracy. Or at least that's the way it works on competitive. Simulation might be slightly different. I don't play on simulation, so I don't know that as well. But like once you hit the threshold of 80, then you'll start completing a lot more passes. 90 and you're basically perfect. So like 78, Herbert, I would not want to play him on my team until, at least use him, until I get to that 80 rating somehow at mid-accuracy. Deep accuracy, 76, that's bad. But, like, you can survive in an offense just running short and medium routes. But, like, yeah, you really do desperately need. It's like the only usable rookie quarterbacks that I see are Love, Tua, Joe, right? So everything else, but because they're below the 80, it's brutal. I guess Gordon's got 81 short, but the medium, I think, is more important than anything else because most of my passing attack is through medium throws, which are over 20 yards and under 40. So, other than that, they went through a lot of the other cool stuff. I mean, they have a lot of their, like, block shed juke we talked about. So, juke in the beta was the most effective move, in my opinion. So, Jalen Hurts looks like a really good quarterback because he has 84 juke. All the other ones are kind of low, but yeah, it was definitely juke. But, like, you don't really fumble in Madden 21. So you can throw jukes out there and take hit sticks, and you won't really feel a punishment unless you're in like the red category of stamina. So it was unfortunate that quarterbacks aren't fumbling, and people, when they just make bad decisions by juking into hit sticks, they don't fumble, and that's something that definitely should be fixed. But overall, the ratings, I thought, I mean, they're fine overall. I don't have any like problems with them. I know a lot of San Diego fans are pissed that their quarterback is rated lower than Love, but it does look like, based off the way he plays, the lower accuracy, he took a little bit of a hit. We also don't know their archetypes, which factor into the overall. Jalen Hurts looks like a pretty mean, pretty nice, or mean, whatever you want to call it, mobile quarterback at the start of the game. 86 speed obviously is not going to be like Lamar Jackson out there, but it ain't bad, right? It ain't bad at all, especially with 84 throw power, which is only 2 less than Joe Burrow. Like, Joe Burrow, he's looking like a solid balance. Obviously, Joe Burrow's going to be the best one to use because of his accuracy. He's got decent speed. Throw power, maybe he's not. Maybe, I think, you know, truly, maybe is Tua or Love the best two. Maybe Love because of throw power. I think maybe Jordan Love is the best quarterback that I like because he's got 4 more throw power than Burrow, only 2 speeds slower. And his accuracy stats are all hit the 80 minimum threshold. So that's where I go. All right, moving on from that. We talked about the ESPN host thing. I did want to talk about a couple other things more MUT related here. It was interesting how bad. I saw this on the top. It's too bad. I don't know who tweeted this. It's too bad they cut it off, but I think that's rules of the subreddit about like doxing individuals or whatever, and they don't want to show it. But like, not a single one of the guys that got a 99 club in Madden got a 99 overall in MUT. So these ratings, while like, hey, they're cool. How much they transfer over to MUT through the year? They transfer to their core cards, but like they just kind of ignore them later in the year. They gotta really focus this next year in MUT on current day players and keeping them up to date with legends and other cards like that. So it is sad that none of these guys got 99 in MUT. Fucking ridiculous. And another thing, last thing I want to talk about today, it was somebody added me on this profile in this article. Investment Group complained about Bobby Kotick says EA executives get paid too much. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole article, but basically the article says, hey, EA, your bonuses to your CTO, CFO, Blake Jorgensen, Kenneth Moss are way too crazy, right? They got a $10 million special equity grant along with a standard $6.5 million annual grant in 2017. And then now in 2019, they just got 2 more $7.5 million on top of his annual $7.5 million grant. So like EA laying off employees, I mentioned this later in the article, and we remember our own MUT guru got laid off during this. They're laying off employees, yet they're giving their top executives these huge bonuses already on top of their huge salaries and their you know, their equity grants. I was trying to remember their equity payments on top of it. So like, it's just disgusting to me, right? Like, if I were an EA employee, I'd be like, whoa, so they're getting these huge multi-million, they don't need multi-million-dollar bonuses like this, right, for running EA, and they're laying us off. This is an undue focus on the short term that cannot be good for long-term success at EA. Its workers faced massive layoffs this last year. It's so crazy that they're laying people off and giving that money to executives. And they're like, no, I think our staff are going to love this. Right? The only people that are going to defend their staff are like fucking brainwashed people. This notion that executives need to be incentivized with pay above and beyond the ordinary course program is complete fallacies. EA's executives have more than enough retention and performance incentive through their annual equity grant amounts, which the company already admits are set above the median of peers in its peer group. So it's already paying its executive more than its competitors, and then it's giving it even more on top of that. You know, it's just insane to me. They do $2 billion in stock buybacks the last couple of years, $1 billion, and they can't put what 10 people towards franchise to fix that. They can't put more resources towards gameplay and MUT. 7.5 million. Just like if they just take that money from those, like instead of giving them bonuses, put that into salaries and hire people to fix your product, how much better would Madden be? It's insane to me. 7.5 million? I mean, that's at least, right? 10 to 20 employees a year? Maybe, I don't know. It depends on what kind of employees they are, right? It depends on what jobs they have. Coders are probably more expensive. Like, maybe even more. I don't know. Like, with all the, you know, you got salary plus benefits. It's a bit, but like, 7.5 million? God, that could... Disgusting. They're giving it to like an executive who just kind of like doesn't actually code the games. They sit in on meetings. I guess they make decisions. So I mean, the life isn't all puppies and blowjobs, but still, it's insane the amount they make, and they still laying people off. So that's it. That's what I wanted to cover today. I mean, I'll link this article in the description too. But yeah, rookie ratings. It went from happiness to sadness in the video. Hopefully, you got the full range of emotions like I did this morning when I looked it up. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Call to action. See you tomorrow.